Come, let us prepare, make some good profits today. Market lift is very big clues right here. Let's talk about that. So much liquidity is building in the market. You see all this liquidity here, isn't it? If there is a big move that's coming, it's going to be smooth like butter. And yes, easy way down, easy way up. Yes, we got this quite straightforward. I will talk to you about that, but you have to be very careful because this wedge is very, very dangerous, especially with the 20-day moving average here. Let's talk about that more in today's video. Pretty straightforward day. First things first, 9:55 here. Now, I talked about this magenta algorithm, but before that, this pink, talking about this pink, how we brought us up to create the head here. And then this magenta, which was quite important. With the magenta, you start seeing some tapering starting to form. And knowing that the magenta starting to form the tapering algorithm here. Beautiful trade, grabbing the liquidity here on the way down. You saw that happening off that magenta algorithm, especially off that retracement here. Beautifully right there. Absolutely beautiful trade. I got my first 100% trade of the day from this. And understanding how we got here to form the head, right? So this is an absolutely beautiful trade, all because you understood how to be identifying that magenta algorithm right there. See it for yourself, beautiful liquidity here that's grabbed. And understanding how this got up here was important because you see how the pink algorithm was building liquidity early in the day and how we caught the head here and thereafter seeing that magenta starting to rebuild liquidity there. Absolutely beautiful trade. Now, this is not just it because thereafter at 12:16, I told you, wait for inverse cup to close if you do not have a clear entry. And you see the cup closing here with the inverse cup that's forming, building the liquidity. You see orange and magenta at work right there. Absolutely beautiful. It's still magenta and it's still orange. And I caught the trade here off that handle right there. Now, do not despise this move because just take a look. This is just a 1-point move. Take a look from 48 to 48, right? Just 1-point move here. I caught this move and it's about a 350% trade right there. All because you were willing to wait and just take a look how penny perfect it is. Remember the pink algorithm brought us up early. Penny perfect. I remember what I talked about, having penny perfect algorithms right there. Now, in this case, remember I mentioned it's a 350% trade, but because I had very tight stops, and if you were to be looking at my stops here, together with the pink algorithm, this is actually an 11x trade, 1100% trade right there, not just a 350 based on the contract value. So you understand how to be looking out for trades like that, all because you were looking out for the algorithms and you see how the magenta and the orange were building liquidity here for that beautiful inverse cup and handle, but you see we lacked the continuation near the end of day. So this is an important clue. You see the liquidity that's building as well. Let's talk about that in the second half of the video. Now, it's about learning this skill, this lifetime skill, so you can do this for the rest of your life by learning to find 5-figure profit trades. And I've shown you it's very possible to do it, but it's a long-term skill you need to learn. So don't rush this. And most importantly, please do not join if you're looking for signals. Signals will ruin you. You need to learn this skill for a lifetime. So you can do this every single day for the rest of your life. And we're talking about $10,000 a day. Not a month, mind you. Every single day. This skill is worth every ounce of your energy and determination to learn and master. It's not going to be easy, why should it? But it is possible. Stay focused, run this race strong. It will be life-changing, not just financially, but you will see how trading will make you a better person. Stay focused, we got this. Now, where do we go from here? Very importantly, you have to watch yesterday's video. It's an absolutely important video, so you understand the context from where we got here. I talked about this context here, right, at the start, right? We had that continuation structure, and you see that continuation structure here forming with that cup and handle and that 5-day moving average that we reclaimed. You have to watch yesterday's video because I talked about this buying continuation structure I talked about this liquidity wedge here. I talked about the other wedge here as well, together with the 20-day moving average. Very important. Now, at this point here, you see the liquidity that's building, plenty of liquidity that's building here. So this one, that's a yellowing algorithm here, right? And if you want to see any possible dump, right, you have to be very careful about this liquidity. This has to happen first. You have to be careful about charting the green algorithm here. Now, wait for the green algorithm. If this wants to head down, you see the liquidity, pockets of liquidity right here, especially where the 5-day moving average will be. Now, 5-day moving average may start trending up together with this main yellow algorithm here. And this will be the main liquidity if the bears wants to take it. There's one more here together with the blue algorithm. That will be where the 20-day moving average will be as well. So pay close attention to that. Now, the main liquidity, as I mentioned in yesterday's video, will be near where the blue algorithm and the 20-day moving average will be. So let's see if we do get there on FOMC next week. Remember, on the way up, this is still a buying continuation. You need to learn to see this, right? Buying continuation here. I talked about how this green algorithm can be controlling the liquidity here. Now, we do happen to head up early. I'm not too keen about this yet. I do hope that we grab more liquidity like that. This will be very ideal, grabbing the liquidity early there. Otherwise, wait for the cups to close. I want to wait for cups to close. In that case, you will see more liquidity that's being built right here, grabbing the liquidity from this particular level that we were building today. So pay close attention to that. If that happens, this will be ideal. Otherwise, wait for the cups to close. As I always mention, you will always find a clear entry once we soak up all the sellers here, right? Especially this. There are still sellers there. You just have to be more careful. And remember, easy way down, easy way up. If you understand this, understanding using the structure to guide you, right? I talked about this in yesterday's video. You have to watch it and remember the key levels that I talked about in yesterday's video. Now, Monday is always like that. They're always building liquidity to trap people for the rest of the week. And so you have to take your chances. And this is why the first half of the video is very important, right? Because you want to be able to find profits in the charts literally every single day, regardless of what the market condition is like. So thank you very much for watching. I'll see you closer to opening bell.